The Anunnaki. The Anunnaki is first found in the Bible in Deuteronomy 1:28 and is the name Anakims and is pronounced Anaki. The Anunnaki is the children of Anak. Anunnaki has the meaning of a new serpent reflection. In modern English, the names Anunnaki and Anaki is anarchy. The word anarchy can draw the proper picture of what they are about. The serpent is about duality, which is conflict, and anarchy is about conflict, which reflects duality. Hence the translation, a new serpent reflection. The Anunnaki is also the Illuminati, as there is a connection through names. The Illuminati would be the Nagas, which are also the Nakals, written about in the Lost Continent of Mu book by Colonel Churchwood. The name Naga comes from Hebrew word H5051 and means illuminated. There will be further connection explained a little further on. So the Anunnaki are the Anaki of the Bible, written as Anakims, the children of Anak. The children of Anak was first written about in Numbers 13. Also, the father of Anak can be found in the book of Joshua 14, 15, and 21, and his name was Arba, and when spoken can sound similar to Abba, which is Hebrew word H1. This seems to be no mistake, as a serpent enjoys basking in the sun. There is characteristics of the Anunnaki in Numbers 13, such as the word giants in Numbers 13:33 is the same name as Genesis 6:4 and is the name Nephil. This is what people call the Nephilim. And the meaning of Nephil, Hebrew word H5303, is bully or tyrant, properly a fella. The word fella is found in Isaiah 14:8 and comes from the Hebrew word H3772 and means to destroy or consume. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here, so let's back up a bit to Numbers 13:32 and look at the underlying word that got translated as land. That word is Hebrew word H776 and is eretz and means nations. And also the word translated as eaten up was Hebrew word H398 and is akal and means to burn up. What was actually written to be conveyed was that the nations were involved in burning up of its inhabitants. This is the act of Holocaust, and also the Hebrew word translated as of great stature was Hebrew word H4060, which means tribute. So actually, men of great stature were men that took much wealth from others, and let's not forget, they were tyrants and bullies. As it is further explained in Numbers 13:33, that the men that went with Caleb seen themselves as grasshoppers, which came from the Hebrew word H2284 and means locusts. Locusts travel to and fro and devour all they can in a destructive manner. There is further meaning, as the word H2284 is chagba and means separation pit household, and which is Holocaust household, or the holy locusts, as it is clearly this is how the name Holocaust came to be. So let's go back further into Numbers 13 and look at where this was all taking place. In Numbers 13:23 and 24, the brook of Eshcol is mentioned as a description. The Hebrew word translated as brook was H5158, the word nakal, as I mentioned in the beginning. Nakal is a stream, a river, a brook, a valley, or any natural separation of the landscape. These are the places that the first fruits naturally gather and are collected. The Hebrew word Eshcol, H812, means first fruit to open, which is what Moses' people were after. The Nakals were seamen, sailors, and salesmen that established colonies and trade worldwide. This is not a stretch of the imagination that waterways were associated as the place where first fruits were gathered by them. And as we see, the anarchists set up camp there. Eshcol has also a connection to Ashkenaz by word association. Eshcol comes from the root word Eshak, H810, with the L symbol added to the end. Ashkenaz is Ishak with the N and Z symbols added to the end. The N symbol meaning serpent and the Z symbol meaning to cut off. Altogether, Ashkenaz means first fruit to open, serpent cuts off. This is the notion of gathering by persuasion. So there you have it. The Anunnaki are bullies, tyrants, anarchists, and Ashkenazis, which is the 20th century Nazis and their international bankers.